Yo, so if you ever want your spray paint to match the bucket paint or the house paint that you're using on murals or artwork or anything like that, all you have to do is this trick right here. I was reminded by this by the homie Noah. I'll share his channel in the description as well. But basically, just find a piece of paper that you can spray paint. It can be any color that you want to, anything that you want to match in that bucket paint or house paint. And take that piece of paper, go to your local paint shop. This one is at the Home Depot. You can go to Lowe's. You can go to Sherwin-Williams as well. Usually they will have a service that will color match anything that you bring in. It can be paint chips, it can be other items, or like here what I'm doing is just bringing in that piece of paper that I spray painted with that spray paint so that they can match it. So this is going to be a custom color match. And I usually get the 8-ounce sample ones first, and you can do the samples, and then if you like it you can get the larger gallon or 5 gallons. And all I'm doing here is just testing it out, basically just making some squares and throwing down that paint in these little squares, and I'm just going to test it out and see exactly if it matches the actual card that I spray painted. And a lot of times it really does. So I mean, this is great because, you know, spray paint is expensive, and when you're using house paint or bucket paint, it can stretch really far. So using this rather than spray paint in really large areas or block of areas, or, you know, even for the background color, is something that I think would really sort of help you save money, and it's a lot affordable. And, you know, for me, it's like I just want to make sure that I'm not using spray paint for everything, especially because I just don't like wasting spray paint in general. And now that it is dry, I'm just removing the tape and just seeing exactly how it stacks up against the card that I spray painted, just to see if it color matches, and it's really good. So this is something that you can do for any brand of spray paint, and because all you have to do is spray paint a piece of paper and take it down to the paint shop to get that color match. I am really impressed by the accuracy, and really I think the only thing that can sort of be the difference is the finish, and we're going to go over that soon. But you can kind of see on top of the sample bottles you have these numbers, and you'll see like it says custom color match, and that's basically something that you would have to sort of take back to the paint shop to sort of get a larger quantity. So you just take this top back to them, and they're able to get a larger quantity if you want 5 gallons or a quart, or even, you know, just the gallons that they have. And like I said, one thing I wanted to do is see about the finish, because I got the samples in flat, but the spray paint does not always come in flat. It's sort of like a satin. So maybe changing up the paint that you get to match the finish of the actual spray paint as well will help out, because you can kind of see here when it dries, it does have a little bit of a difference. But sometimes you can also put on a top coat, like a matte varnish or a gloss varnish or a polyacrylic top coat, just to make sure that the entire piece that you have with the bucket paint and the spray paint has a consistent finish. So hopefully this video helped you out, this tip helped you out in terms of your next project, in terms of, you know, when you're sort of building your color palette and you're building the type of tools and the paints and the mediums that you're using, that everything can be consistent. And like I said earlier, you want to sort of cut down on the amount of spray paint that you're using, because it is expensive, and using bucket paint or house paint is a lot more affordable. All right, peace.